Welcome back. Looking for a bit of a boost when it comes to your beauty? Bahar Niramwalla has all the ways to get your glow on while we're still staying home. Hey, B.
Hey T, how are you?
I'm very good. And the reality is that even if we're going to be going outside, we are not going outside as much. So how do we get that glow on at home?
Okay, I've got some options for you, and I wanted to start out with skincare because you know I'm skincare focused and everything else is a bonus. That's how I roll. So let's start out with some skincare must-haves, I think, like vitamin C. We hear about it all the time, whether or not you're a skincare junkie, and it's because vitamin C is a powerhouse antioxidant. It helps with collagen, with firming, with brightening, all the things that we're like, check, check, check. Yes, I need those for myself. But the thing with vitamin C is, just like with a lot of things, you want to find a routine you can keep up with and be consistent about. So finding something easy to use is actually the best boost I think you can actually do. So I love these Vichy Lift Active Specialist Peptide C ampoules, and the reason I love them is that yes, there's the vitamin C's, pure vitamin C. Yes, there are peptides, hyaluronic acid, all the right words, but this is goof proof because this is 2 doses in 1 little vial, and once you're done, you move on to the next little vial. So it's not a question of how much am I using, how much do I put. It's just straightforward. So I really appreciate that. And the other beauty boost I think that we can all focus on and we can all agree on, whether or not we're actually getting sleep, not getting sleep, we're very emotional right around now. What about your eyes, taking care of your eyes? And I'm not a fan of rich, thick, greasy eye cream. I really like soft, sheer serums or gels. And the other reason I really love them is because you pop these into the fridge, that becomes that soothing, cooling, depuffing action around your eyes, which is very cool. So this one is from the Body Shop. It's their Drops of Youth Eye Serum. It has this amazing roller ball on it, and it has this community trade babaçu oil from Brazil. So very nourishing, but you can see it's like a thin serum, and popping this metal ball into a fridge is going to feel so good when you're rubbing it on your eyes. So the next area I wanted to focus on was bronzers and self-tanners. And I actually wanted to ask you, do you wear a bronzer or have you ever self-tanned?
I've never tried a self-tanner, bronzer for sure, and there are probably some women watching the show that are thinking, I have a deep, dark complexion, why would I ever need a bronzer? What would you answer to that?
It's such a legitimate question because the way we see bronzer positioned within advertising on television is that it's all about almost as if it's a contour, right? And the reality of bronzer is that finding the right shade is key because bronzer should add a little warmth and dimension to your skin. It's not about shifting your skin color, it's about adding just a touch of enhancement. So I love me a really good Fenty product because they are never keeping up with the Joneses. They are always setting the pace when it comes to other brands following and paying attention. So I'm going to show you, this is one of their deeper, richer cream bronzers they have out right now. It's called Toffee Tease. There is a specific maroon red undertone to this that if that's your skin tone and you're looking for some sort of warmth and dimension, that's what you go towards. Bronzer doesn't have to mean like a brown orangey shade. And realistically, if this is complicated for you, if you're like, oh my God, it's too much for me to figure out my shade, highlighter is a really good way to boost your beauty, right? One of my favorite cosmetics ever. But again, find the right shade for your skin tone. You can have highlighter that isn't frosty white on a richer, deeper skin tone as well, right? And again, from Fenty Beauty, they're covering off bases from super light to super rich skin tones. But let's discuss self-tanner for a second, because self-tanner is really wonderful. Everyone likes that little bit of that glow. And the reason I think is because it actually helps to even out your skin tone. That's what we're looking for when we're looking for that color from the sun or we're looking for that little bit of a glow up. And I love one that's a little bit more oriented towards your skincare. So this one is from Saint Tropez. It's their Self-Tan Purity Vitamins Bronzer. This is their Water Face Serum. It has hyaluronic acid, vitamin D, vitamin C, all that lovely stuff, and it is also vegan friendly. So if that's on your checklist, then you'd be super happy to use that. They also have a a body option, and it's in a light mist as opposed to a cream or anything like that, which means it's a little bit lighter, less sticky on the application, and all it's going to do is give you that bump up, that little bit of like evening out across your entire body. And I'm totally swallowing my words from last year. I said neon makeup was not going to be a trend moving forward. I was obviously wrong because neon makeup is everywhere. And I have beautiful palettes From NYX, this is their Pride Ultimate. This is their shadow palette, so every color of the rainbow in varying shades and degrees. But my true love, my favorite, because it's the perfect rainbow shade, is actually their Vivid Bright liners. And it's a really good way to incorporate just a little, like, even like a little cat eye flick on the end in like a super bright orange. That's going to probably change your mood instantly.
That is about as far as I would go with the neon and the makeup, right up my alley, B. Thank you for that, and thank you for those